All right, guys. First one, go.
Matt, how ready are you?
Very ready. Obviously not playing last year was not fun, so I'm just looking forward to it.
How do you think spring has gone for you, and is it better, worse, about what you expected in terms of your body responding?
Just about where I thought it was going to be. I'm in a good spot right now going into season. The initial shock of getting into spring and the workload jumping up and stuff, that takes about a week, and then after that it's smooth sailing, so I'm in a good spot right now.
What are you most looking forward to for your first Reds opening day?
The atmosphere and being able to feel that, especially like not playing last year, not getting any of that. I thrive on that and I love it, so I'm looking forward to that most.
What was the best opening day story you've heard from a teammate?
I don't know. I haven't heard too many stories. I've just heard like the crowd and the atmosphere and the energy that you feel in the stadium is like unmatched.
Matt, you're back here. A bunch of you guys are back here playing where you played before. What's this? Is this exciting for you guys to be here tonight? What do you think?
Yeah, it's really cool. I came here right after the draft, and obviously the facilities in the stadium here are really nice for a minor league stadium. So I came here. I was telling them I came here everyone talks about the minor leagues. The stadiums are very nice, and there's not always fans in the stands. And I came here. I'm like, what are you guys talking about? So it's cool to be back here, and it's gonna be fun.
It sounds like situational baseball and base running and all that stuff is a big emphasis in spring training. You've always been good at that, but are there things you learned or things you've started to apply based on the types of conversations you've had as a team?
Yeah, that's who we want to be as a team. We need to take that extra base when we can. We need to steal bases. We need to move guys over early in the game because those runs count later in the game. They show up later. And we did that really well in 23. I don't know necessarily how we did in 24 at it, but I know that we're looking to take a step in the right direction this year.
What are the biggest impressions Tito has left on you?
His energy and the standard that he brings naturally. Obviously with his resume as a coach and a manager. Just the standard that he brings and the energy that he brings every day. He's consistent, and he's always uplifting people. He's connecting with teammates, staff members, and coaches, and everyone feels his energy, and it's really positive.
Matt, there was a lot of excitement around you, obviously before last year in some ways in the South injury-wise. How ready do you feel like you are to be a potential star on this team and a guy that can deliver in a big way?
Yeah, really ready. I'm looking forward to it. It's who I want to be. The pressure of that is a privilege, and it's where I want to be, and I put myself in a position to do that, and now I got to go out there and do it.
On multiple occasions, Terry has compared you to Dustin Pedroia after spending time with Pedroia and just talking more about it with him. What are the biggest takeaways from that?
The type of player that he is every day. Tito said that he did it better than anyone every single day. The way that he went about his business, and to be even in the same conversation with him is an honor. So it's really cool.
Did you get to speak with him at all? I know he was down there at Goodyear.
Yeah, he did. And I played golf with him a couple times in the off season through a mutual friend. So I got to know him a little bit, and he's exactly who you think he is.
Any tips that he gave you about his game?
No, not really. Just go at it every day.
You've been hitting behind Friedel a lot. What does it mean to have him at the top of the lineup when he's in full chaos creator mode?
Yeah, he's really good at that. He's really good at seeing pitches. He sees a lot of pitches, which is nice from a leadoff guy. He can steal bases and put pressure on the defense, and it's nice to be hitting when someone like that is on the bases because they don't take the pressure off you, but it helps create chaos, like you said.
On the other end, what's it like with pulling behind you once you're on base?
Yeah, I'm going to get some more pitches to hit, so that's cool.
Matt, how cool is it being back here in Dayton? When was the last time you were here? Was it the last time you were in a Dragons uniform?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's cool. Just to be in the same clubhouse and, kind of reminisce over the old times, it's cool.
Why has your relationship with Ellie grown the way that it has over the years, and what is that relationship like?
I think just because we were able to do it in the minor leagues together, and then now we're able to do it on big league fields against the best players in the world, and we get to go out there and compete against them every day, play up the middle, hit back to back, and it's just cool to see that progression.
Outside of just the physical, person that he is, and his body type and all those things, what is it that makes Ellie the player that he is?
The way his energy every day, he goes at it every single day. It doesn't matter what he did the day before. He's always coming in looking to get better. I think we all see that. And he does it. It's just contagious and it's fun to be around.
What do you think about the team's chances to contend this year and take the next step?
I mean that's our expectations. Like we came here to win and we want to win. Obviously, that was made clear when we hired Tito, made off-season moves and stuff. So we know where we are as a team. We know where we want to go, and we have a really good chance to do that.
How does this team feel more ready now versus like when you played 2 seasons ago? How does it just feel more experienced, more ready? What's the difference?
I think just the experience of playing games and going through ups and downs and learning from the struggles and taking away from the highs and being able to use that going into this year and kind of put on the gas type mentality.
Were there any moments in spring training, whether in a game or you guys were just on the field, where you saw a play happen or someone does something and you're like, oh man, like this is gonna be different this year?
No, I'd say more so with a lot of the practices and stuff, the intensity of some of the drills, especially the team drills where there's like, we're playing, the infielders are playing defense against the outfielders, base running and stuff like that. That felt a little different. The day-to-day routine stuff the intensity was a little bit higher, so that was nice and it was cool and it's what we need.
On a day like opening day that you've heard so much about, are you the type that tries to take a few minutes to soak it all in and look around, or you try to keep the blinders on?
Both. I'll soak it in for a little bit, but it won't be obvious. But no, once the first pitch is thrown, it's time to go.
It feels like this spring training, the word accountability has been thrown around more than usual.
Yeah.
What do you notice on a day-to-day basis with this team right now when it comes to accountability?
Going back to what I said earlier about the routines and stuff, I think it's more so that stuff guys are taking care of their stuff at a little higher level. Just because we've talked about it so much, holding each other accountable and holding ourselves accountable to be able to go out there and do the monotonous day-to-day things that kind of get boring and just go in there and do it just a little bit higher. And that's kind of where you separate yourself as an individual, and then that obviously helps the team.
It's good. Yes?